Good morning. I am Anna Lou and I am making a video on my Creatively Human page. I am in my house. That will be my house for about another week, 2 weeks, and then we're moving. Hence the fact that if I just move here, you'll see a lot of chaos happening, even a clock that stopped at 10 to 6 and I refuse to change the battery until I leave. And I'm making this video, hopefully the first of... my intention is for the first to be the first of many. I recently, at the beginning of this month, finished a 100-day health challenge where I committed to making a video every day and seeing what would happen. And what happened was, halfway through the challenge, I started to run out of storage space for the videos because I still wanted to keep the originals. I didn't have a laptop, didn't have access to a server. I was doing it all with my phone and an iCloud, just basically taking the step from where I was. And then when it came to 70 days, I completely ran out of storage. And then I stopped making videos because the choice was videos or remembering my kids' Christmas. And I chose my family. But I enjoyed the process of making videos. And I now have my husband refurbished the MacBook for me. So I now have the MacBook and I have access to 2 servers. So I have plenty of storage and the ability to be able to store as many videos as I can make. So here I am. And I've decided to do it on my Creatively Human page on Facebook because I got it. I have it. It's right there. It's not doing anything. So I might as well use it for something. And this is a good way of using it. So who am I, what do I do, and why do I think that I should be blathering into cyberspace? Well, I'm Anna Lou. I am an art therapist, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, I am a general philosopher of life and a deep thinker with a bouncy ball personality and incredibly sociable and also incredibly sensitive. It's quite funny to say that, but out loud, but it is true. And I have a unique way of looking at the world. So I've been told. And I've also been told, rightly or wrongly by my husband, that not everybody talks like me. So I thought, well, why not share that with the world? Because, you know what, I can wrap it into my little corner, but if this is a unique voice, then why not use it? So here's my unique voice. And so I'm going to, my intention is for every day to make a small soundbite video, anything less than 5 minutes, 15 minutes, no, everything less than 5 minutes, just to share where my thoughts are at the minute. And it's not where I am. Where I am is not the same as where my thoughts are. It's 2 completely different things. I have a tendency to fiddle with things. Right here is a piece of hot glue gun glue, and it bends. Look at that. Look how bendy that is. And I'm sat at the minute in my studio, which is an absolute tip because I'm in the process of packing it up. And but I do find it very inspiring to be amongst all my things, which I really love. And my intention with these videos is to share my thoughts, but to inspire and motivate others into thinking about things in a slightly different way. And hopefully finding their own self-love and to expand on that and to live the life of their dreams and to live their own life with purpose and to find their purpose and to live that. So that's it really. And so my soundbite for today is inspired from an article I read on Psychology Today magazine, which is it's on Facebook that I read it, and it's an online version of the magazine that you used to buy train stations and stuff. Well, I used to buy at train stations because I was always at train stations, especially as a student. And then it was titled, "What's it like to be a know-it-all?" Right? And I'm going to probably blush during this because I have been well known as a know-it-all throughout my life. I love knowing things and I love sharing what I know. But I am also highly addicted to being right and the feeling of being right. And the best thing about this article was it proved that it does release stuff in your brain. It releases a little feeling, like, yes, a little bit of euphoria for when you're right. But the best bit I liked about the article, it was an awesome article. There were 3 things that I really loved about it. Number 1, it was like, it's an addiction to being right. Number 2, not trying to figure out why it happened. You know, this person is insecure, la 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 la. No, it's none of that stuff, because why I'm a know-it-all is very different from why somebody else is a know-it-all. The fact is, I am a know-it-all, and I want to move on. I want to, grow a little bit from it. So the growth in it was how the article moved on to philosophy and named a bunch of philosophers, including Socrates and Baron, and it was just, read it. It's a really interesting article, but I'm not going to rehash it, and I'm not going to tell you what all the words are, but I'm going to tell you what I got out of it. And what I got out of it was that when you're in a place of believing that you know, and that you believe you have the knowledge, which is very easy to do with the advent of internet and having all this information at your fingertips, even when it's most of the time rehashed and undersourced, and that when you believe that you know everything, you basically close yourself off from new knowledge. And by closing yourself off from new knowledge, it's basically a state of death, isn't it? You're gonna die! No, I'm joking. So what the best thing to do would be, put aside your judgments, put aside your preconceptions, put aside the idea that you do know everything, or you do know something, and come with a state of wonder and with a state of not knowing. And that is how you can acquire new knowledge, and how you can look at the world in a completely different way. And instead of saying that I know that women always have to clean the house, could tell what's in my brain at the minute. If you just put that aside as a preconception and look at it as a state of wonder of what the possibilities are, that your life can grow in a far more natural and far more beautiful way than if you constantly sit in that addictive space of like, I know, I'm right, yeah, and that not knowing that you don't know and looking at things with wonder allows that sense of growth within you. And I really liked that idea. And am I going to stop being a know-it-all? Highly doubt it, not very quickly. Because I am still addicted to good joy feelings, as they say. But I really do like the idea of putting down preconceptions and looking at the world and people and life from a state of wonder. And at the minute, I've really learned to just breathe that in, leave it inside my head. Don't try and push it into a mold of action or what to do with it. It's just to breathe it in, let it be, accept the thought as it is, and then see what happens next, which is a very different state of affairs than the way it used to be for me. Very different state of affairs. I used to push it constantly. Whereas now I'm just like, cool, that's a nice idea. And I'm just going to think about that. I'm just going to let it float around in my head and in my heart for a little while and then see what happens next. Now this video was a bit longer because I did my introduction with it. But I didn't want to leave it without giving you that little sound bite. So that's it really. Little sound bites of basically a little bit of access every day into my thoughts. If you would like to inspire me in a different way so that I can then inspire you, let me know. And I'm going to think about it. And then I'll let you know what I think about it. And yeah, that's it really. Have a lovely day wherever you are in the world or in the universe or in the sky or in the space or in the sea or anywhere in the world. I'll just sit here with my glue. And I'm going to go back to packing my house because I'm moving in just over a week. So there we go. Much love.